So, how do you clean up your newsfeed on Facebook? This is a problem for many of us who see a Facebook feed full of irrelevant stuff that we're maybe not interested in, that we don't want to see. So today I am going to show you a number of steps that can help you to clean up your newsfeed, okay? This is brilliant if you're a business, because let's face it, when we're a business and we're on Facebook, we've really got to focus on what's relevant for the business. What actions, what are we seeing on Facebook that's going to help us to improve our strategy, to improve our marketing, to improve our reach? And that is not seeing random stuff on Facebook that's just going to distract us. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to clean up your Facebook newsfeed. So I'm Bex from Social Media Executive, and I train busy businesses to really generate leads through social media. So I run loads of workshops, I run one-to-one training, and I also have a group called The Social Flock, where we come together as busy business owners to write our posts together each week on Zoom, so there's no procrastination and you can make sure your content is going out each week. So do stay to the end as well, because I know content can be a bit of a challenge for businesses. So if you need some inspiration, I'm going to give you 101 content ideas, a free download that you can use to create content for your business, because I know that can be a little bit of a sticking point. Okay. Now we are live, so please do ask me any questions in the chat as we're going along. If you're watching this on catch up, please do just write me a comment and I will answer any questions as we go along. Okay, right, I'm going to share my screen so that basically I'm going to be showing some of these tips live on Facebook. So let me just bring up the screen so that you can see my Facebook feed. Okay, so here you should be able to see my Facebook feed. Just going to make that a little bit bigger. Okay, right. So when we're on Facebook, make sure that you are on your business account, your profile, not your personal profile. Okay, because this is about making your feed relevant. So if you go into the home, click on that little house at the top on your menu. Basically, you can scroll through, okay? So as we're scrolling through this feed, you're going to basically find all these posts. Now, these posts could be sponsored, okay? These could be people that it's suggesting we follow. I have absolutely no interest in gymnastics. I don't know why that's showing me that. Might be pages that we're following, might be groups, that sort of thing. But we need to make sure that this feed is relevant to us, so that if I'm going and liking and commenting, taking my time to absorb this information, there's no point having a random news feed. I need to make sure that it's relevant to my strategy, to my marketing strategy. So I want to see potentially customers that I want to engage with, potential customers who might be interested in what I do, so that when I'm commenting, when I'm liking, then basically they're seeing my page. It might be business referrers. It might be just news and industry information to keep you updated with what's happening in your sector. Okay. So there are a number of things that you can do in order to improve this feed. So some of the things are making sure that things like these, so this is a sponsored post. So if you keep getting ads, I keep getting ads like this all the time. So click these three buttons here. You can hide this ad, never see this ad again, okay? So you never have to see any of those ads again. So straight away, it's cleaned it up. And again, give them a bit of feedback as to why you don't want to see it. I just put it's irrelevant, okay? And the more feedback you give Facebook, the better it's going to improve your feed, okay? It really is trying to give you the best feed possible. Okay, so for example, it's suggesting that I follow this. I'm totally not interested in this at all. So again, this is not an advert, but it's suggesting followers. So again, click these three buttons and you can put interested, not interested, or hide post. Okay, so again, if you put not interested, fewer of your posts are going to be like this. Again, if you want to hide this post and not see it again, It will never pop into your newsfeed again. So I'm just going to click not interested. So as you're going through, if you see some sort of stuff like this, just click not interested. Now, you also need to do it the other way around. So as you're scrolling through, if you see stuff that you are interested in, like Cheshire Marketing UK, again, this is Kerry who runs this, I click like. So you're telling Facebook that you're liking stuff. You can add a comment if you want. So really going through and saying, oh, not particularly interested in that one, hide post, see if you are like that. So just, when you're going through, making sure that you're telling Facebook what you like stuff, comment on stuff you do like. I love sheep. Obviously, we love sheep because we've got Barbara in the social flock. So, but keep doing this. And soon enough, you will find that, you're slowly cleaning up your newsfeed. Okay. So there are loads more stuff that you can do. So that's one bit. Okay. So again, just click irrelevant for that one. Okay. Right. What we're also going to do then is when you are seeing stuff that you don't like, if you haven't got time to be clicking on stuff, just scroll straight past. Yeah. Scroll straight past and pause on stuff you might be interested in. Yeah. So Facebook is learning that you're pausing on stuff or scrolling back to look at stuff. Yeah. And maybe giving it a like. So again, scroll through and just pause on stuff that you might not like, because if you quickly scroll past stuff, it's going, oh, she's not interested in that. Yeah. Whereas if you see stuff like this that you might be interested in, you can give it a like. So again, scrolling, interacting or not interacting is really, really important. Okay. Now, you can also basically go onto pages that you see and actually click on them here. So let's say I wanted to see more of the FSB, which is great. So I've liked it. Okay. But what you can also do on pages, you click the three buttons, click on following here. Okay. So you click on following and basically you can add it to your favorites. Okay. Oh, that's good. Simon actually has just mentioned great advice. Simon's always wondered how to stop these coming up. And actually Simon has just become one of the chairs of the FSB as well. So thanks, Simon. Thanks for that feedback. Okay, so again, click favorites. Now, what this means is that the FSB, if they do posts now, it's much more likely to come up in my newsfeed. So again, you can do this for potential clients, people who might refer your business, so that you see their posts and you can interact with them. Now, just click update and then you're going to see those. The other thing that you could do as well is, let's find another one. If you're scrolling through and you see some that maybe you're not particularly interested in, so maybe this one, you could click the three dots and actually click onto the page. And so I've liked this page, so I still want to like this page. They're a great company, but maybe I don't want to see the content popping up. So basically, all I would do is click unfollow. So I'm not going to see the content in the news feed, click update, but I'm still following the page. Okay, so I've still liked it. Sorry, I still like the page. I'm just not following the content. So their content is not going to go into my news feed anymore. Okay. Now, there's another way that you can quickly do this as well, rather than just waiting for them to pop up into your news feed. Okay. So what you can do is you can click onto this. You can go into settings and privacy here, and you've got a button here that says content preferences. Okay. So content preferences is going to tell Facebook what you like. So if you don't want to see any political content, you can switch that off. Yeah. If you don't want to see any sensitive content, again, you can show less of sensitive content. Okay. Anything like that. Okay. But also what you can do is you can click onto your favorites. Now, these are all some favorites, some pages that I'm following. Okay. Some of the members of my social flock, some loads of different companies that I'm actually following. but I can actually just go through and click it to the favorites. Now you can only add 30 pages to your favorites. Okay. So basically go through and select which ones you want to favorite. It will turn it into a blue star. Okay. And those maybe, there are other ones that you don't want to be favoriting at the moment as well. So again, you can unfavorite some of those just by clicking on those. But basically, you can quickly go through and click all these favorites. So that is a brilliant way of cleaning up your newsfeed on Facebook so that you stop seeing irrelevant stuff in your feed. Now, if you've got any other ideas or questions, pop them in the chat. And I'll also pop in the chat some 101 content ideas as well that you can download. But there is another way that you can clean up your news feed on Facebook, okay? And this one is really, really interesting because you can actually just create a news feed that is just for people who you follow, okay? And it might be just seeing posts from groups. It might just be seeing posts from pages that you follow as well. So I've done another little video on this. You'll find it on YouTube. And basically, if you just want to see posts from your pages or people you follow or your friends, for example, you can basically do that as well. But that's a separate little video. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I will put the link in the chat there for you all. Do have a look at that. I've got loads of top tip videos on YouTube, so do give me a follow over there, subscribe to my channel there. But basically, if you have got any questions, please do let me know and I will answer them in the chat. And again, if you're struggling for content ideas for your social media business page, it doesn't matter whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, it doesn't matter whether you're a B2B, business to business, or you're a business to consumer, there's full of lots of tips and advice. And for all our members of the social flock, you will find this in our members portal. You can just download it there as well. Hope you've enjoyed the live stream. Please do give us a thumbs up and thank you for your interactions. And we'll see you again soon. Thanks, Sue. Thanks for watching. Bye.